Hey Top 10ers, what's going on? I'm your host Joss. Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. Make sure you're following the BTS team on social media. All of our links are down below. And stick around until the end of this video to join me as I do some common shoutouts. Love shared between two people is a beautiful thing, right? But what happens when it's shared between three people? We all know that 3 points make a triangle. We've been talking a lot about relationships and breakups, so it's only right for us to talk about some of Hollywood's biggest love triangles. Am I right? Let's jump into today's list of top 10 shocking celebrity love triangles in Hollywood. Starting off the list at number 10 is the triangle between Ariana Grande, Big Sean, and Naya Rivera. You might already know this sticky situation since it made headlines back in 2014, with Naya getting a front row seat to watch the triangle unfold. Big Sean and Naya were together from March 2013 until April 2014 and were even engaged and happily planning their wedding, or so it seemed. The rapper called off the wedding and claimed that it was just because of Naya's jealousy issues. But Naya claims that he was giving her reasons to be jealous, and she caught him red-handed. She told Us Weekly, "We'd been fighting for 5 days straight while he was traveling, and then on the one day that he was back in LA, he said he didn't want to see me. Well, I've got a key to your house. I walk in, I go downstairs, and guess what little girl is sitting cross-legged on the couch listening to music? It rhymes with Schmariana Schmonde." Her words, not mine. The worst part is that Naya found out about their split through Big Sean's publicist, who issued a statement that the wedding was off. She said she learned that she wasn't getting married from the internet and at the same time as the rest of the world found out. How messed up is that? Ariana and Sean did end up dating after that, but split only 8 months later. Up next at number 9 is Justin Bieber, Miranda Kerr, and Orlando Bloom. Do you guys remember that time that Orlando punched Justin in the face? I feel like that was so underrated and people forgot about it way too fast. Let me refresh your memory. The altercation took place in a restaurant in Ibiza when the two of them ran into each other. The only reason they had beef was because Orlando was married to Victoria's Secret model Miranda Kerr, who was reportedly sending flirty texts to Justin. Paparazzi caught pictures of Justin and Miranda looking all cozy while hanging out after the 2012 Victoria's Secret fashion show. One photo showed her kissing him on the cheek. She denied every allegation that they were more than just friends, but that didn't stop Bloom from having some anger towards the Biebs. Eyewitnesses tell TMZ about the fight, which happened in Cipriani restaurant, which was apparently packed with celebs at the time. The fight was caught on tape, as you can see Orlando throwing the first fist, but you can hear Justin scream, "What's up?" kind of asking for it. After leaving the restaurant, Justin threw gasoline on the fire by posting this picture of Miranda on his Instagram. And then, after the backlash, he ended up deleting it. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Taylor Swift, Joe Jonas, and Camila Bell. Joe and Taylor were one of the music industry's cutest couples back in 2008. They first got together in July and ended in October after Joe ended it with a 27-second phone call. We only know this because Taylor shared the story on The Ellen Show in a big drop-the-bomb moment.
I'm not even gonna be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
And the only reason she knew it was 27 seconds is because her call log literally said the call was a total of 27 seconds. So the breakup was probably like 25 seconds. Not long after the breakup, Joe was seen hanging around Camila Bell, and Taylor revealed to Us Weekly that she was the reason why they broke up in the first place. So what does Taylor do after a breakup? She writes a song, of course. She admitted that her song Forever and Always was about Joe, but also showed fans that she doesn't only write songs about the ex-boyfriend. Her song Better Than Revenge was geared towards the actress, and the lyrics were pretty harsh. She sang, I quote, "She's not a saint, she's not what you think, she's an actress. She's better known for the things she does on the mattress." Boom. Mic drop. In at number 7 is Hilary, Duff, Aaron Carter, and Lindsay Lohan. This one hits me right in the feels because it was some serious hot tea back in the days. Let's rewind back to the young love when Aaron and Hilary started dating in 2001 after working together on the Disney show Lizzie McGuire. They were together for over a year and a half, but Aaron apparently became bored and wanted to date 2 girls at one time, as teenage boys do. He had eyes for another young star, Lindsay Lohan. Aaron told the story to Complex saying, I quote, "I started dating Hilary on my 13th birthday. I was dating her her for like a year and a half, and then I just got a little bored, so I went and I started getting to know Lindsay, dating Lindsay. Ultimately, this of course caused some Disney feuding between the two ladies. Hilary later told Allure magazine that it was a complicated love triangle and said, "It made us both look bad and put up a big weirdness." Lindsay added more fuel to the fire by staging a sketch on Saturday Night Live that mocked the rival between them, but Hilary did not find it so funny and commented on it saying, "I do not think it's an honor to be made fun of on Saturday Night Live." I mean, maybe not for a reason like this one. 13-year-old heartbreak is no joke. So up in the number 6 spot is Britney Spears, Kevin Federline, and Shar Jackson. Kevin was dating Shar, who was actually his fiance at the time, and was pregnant with their second child together. They were playing family and seemed happy doing it, but in 2004, Kevin left the relationship for pop sensation Britney Spears. After only 5 months of them dating, they were married and soon became pregnant with their first child together. They were married for 2 years from 2004 to 2006 and had 2 sons together. What was so messy about the situation was that Kevin got together with Britney while Shar was pregnant with his child, so people were obviously slamming him all over the media. Any attention the new couple got was negative attention. Shar commented on the relationship and said, "It wasn't like just breaking up a relationship, it was like breaking up a family." She went on to get her revenge by working hard in silence and created her own cosmetic line called Relation Lips with the first lip gloss named He Cheated. You go, girl. Well, let me buy one of those lip glosses. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie. Everyone knows the story of this love triangle, but maybe it's been a while for you, so let me refresh your memory. Brad and Jennifer were Hollywood's hottest couple when they started dating back in 1998. After 2 years of dating, they got married in a big $1 million celebration in Malibu. Things were looking up for the couple up until 2005, when Brad started working with Angelina on their movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Rumors quickly spread that Brad was having an affair with Angelina, who continued to deny it until later on. Jennifer and Brad announced their divorce in 2005, and not long after did Angelina and Brad begin dating. That is when Angelina admitted that the two of them fell in love while filming their movie, which would still make Brad a married man at the time. Brangelina then became the new it couple and got married in 2014, but they later got divorced too. There is only one common denominator in both of these failed marriages, and that is you, Brad. Here we are at number 4 with Kristin Cavallari, Stephen Colletti, and Lauren Conrad. All my Laguna Beach and the Hills fans will know this one off the top of their heads and might even be a little emotional about it still. If you haven't seen either of these reality shows, one of the major plotline stories was the love triangle between the 3 of them. Kristin and Stephen were dating, and Lauren was a friend of Stephen's, which Kristin was not a fan of. We never knew if the show was real or fake, which made fans question if the love triangle was even real. But Kristin opened up to BuzzFeed almost 10 years later and confirmed that it was very much real. When asked if she actually had a rivalry with Lauren, she said, "We were never friends, we just weren't. I didn't hate her before MTV came, and that's what it sort of turned into. And that's because I felt like she was trying to steal my boyfriend." But the show was to blame for that because they did keep scheduling scenes where Stephen would be around Lauren and they'd be forced to hang out with each other. So the love triangle never even had a chance of being worked out because it was all on a reality TV show. In the end though, neither girls ended up with Stephen. And for anyone wondering, I was Team Lauren. Alright guys, at number 3 is Kylie Jenner, Tyga, and Blac Chyna. This has probably been the biggest love triangle of today's generation. Millennials were dying over this and they just can't. So Tyga and Blac Chyna started dating back in 2011 and they had their son in 2012, just a couple months before they got engaged. They dated for more than 2 years until Tyga started hanging out with Kylie in 2014. Tyga and Chyna called off their engagement in August later that year after Tyga was appearing all over Kylie's Instagrams, which at the time they were claiming to be just friends. The two girls began to feud through social media, taking shots at each other, which led to Chyna posting text message screenshots that showed Tyga was actually trying to date both of them at the same time. Kylie claimed that the texts were fake and went on to date Tyga regardless of the feud. They continued to date, and Chyna shocked both of them when she started to date Kylie's older brother, Rob Kardashian. Talk about the ultimate revenge. Luckily, all the drama is over now, and neither couple ended up staying together. In spot number 2 is John Mayer, Katy Perry, and Taylor Swift, another love triangle of the century that only came about because of the feuding between the girls. The rival between the two singers was no secret. I mean, Taylor made up an entire song and music video about it called The Bad Blood. No one ever understood why they hated each other so much, but it was always said that they fought over backup dancers. Apparently they shared some of the same dancers, or they wanted them on their tours at the same time, whatever, first world problems. But because they both dated John Mayer, it seemed to add some extra fuel to the fire. Even though they dated John a few years apart, it didn't matter because that's how long the ongoing feud was between the girls. Taylor and John dated in 2009, so you can imagine how unimpressed she was to learn that her ex was now dating her enemy later on in 2012. Good news is we saw the girls finally end their battle this year in 2019 when they hugged it out in Taylor Swift's new music video, You Need to Calm Down. Taking the number 1 spot is Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain, and Billy Corgan. Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain will always be considered one of rock and roll's most iconic couples, but they first got together when she was with another famous rocker. She was originally dating Billy Corgan from the band The Smashing Pumpkins in the early 90s. She revealed during an interview that the two of them broke up because Corgan wouldn't pay for her to fly home after a show. His band was playing shows with Nirvana at the time, so she ended up staying with the Nirvana band members after her fight with Corgan. And that is when she got involved with Cobain. She immediately began dating him, and they were married from 1992 to 1994 when they welcomed their daughter into the world in August 1992. Courtney later admitted that their daughter was conceived on a night she was supposed to see Billy. Let's just say that she's never been really shy at spilling the details on this whole love triangle. Alright guys, there's our list for today. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, and let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. For now, let's check out some comments from my last video, Top 10 Shocking Celebrity Breakups. Nigerian Prince says, "Hey Joss, are you part American Indian? You have beautiful hair and nice cheekbones. Keep up the awesome work." Well, thank you, but no, I am not. I am as white as they come. The Chosen One says, "Forget breakups, I'm still shocked anyone would marry Tom Cruise. I mean, the man's got money, so it doesn't really surprise me, but it's definitely not my first choice." Josh Harvey says, "Damn, Miley a freak, ain't she?" That is probably an understatement. Alicia Toonstall says, "Zach and Vanessa was all publicity. For 5 years, that is no way. They were totally in puppy love in High School Musical." We are at the end here, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to keep watching more Beyond the Screen videos, just stay on the screen and click the icon that will appear right over here. I'm your host, Joss, and I will see you next time.